adoption isn't just something that transforms the child, it transforms the family, it transforms the community, and sometimes it even transforms the world. I love the title of this because to me this typified what my experience in my life was. Quote, unwanted children, unquote, find their wanted. Every one of us wanted. In fact, this is a picture of the whole clan, afros and all. I have 6 brothers and 6 sisters. 10 of us are adopted. You can tell we kind of don't look alike. So we've got white, we got black, we got white and black. We've got Native American, Vietnamese, black albino. We have those who were adopted as newborns, those who were adopted out of foster care as teens. My sister, Kinder, was adopted out of Vietnam. She was on one of the last airlifts from Saigon. This is our family. And this is the result of the power of one. Diversity is wonderful, but it's not culture that binds us. It's not color that binds us. It's love that binds us. And so that's why I believe, and the Radiance Foundation promotes this all the time, we are one human race. Can I get an amen? Amen. So the power of one acted out. This is, people always talk about unwanted children. It's a myth. We're all wanted by someone. And this is a picture of what, quote unquote, unwanted looks like. This is my whole family. This is all my brothers and sisters, their spouses, their children. No aunts or uncles here, just my siblings and their children and my parents. This is 62. There actually have been more added since this picture. So no, we're not the Duggars, we're the Bombergers. One singular decision of my courageous birth mom, who went through 9 months of a traumatic pregnancy. And had she not, I believe that someone had to have spoken life into her. She had the opportunity. She could have gotten what was called a therapeutic abortion. It's amazing what we do with words, isn't it? She could have, but she chose life instead, gave me the gift of adoption. She gave me the chance to live. My parents gave me love, and God gave me purpose.
You couldn't see what I would be. It wasn't part of your plan. Stronger than your circumstance, you gave my life a chance, touching the future before it began. You're the reason I am here. I know deep down in my soul, my life has purpose. I know deep down in my soul, my life has purpose.
Excuse me while I get choked up. So the reality of this is that this never gets old for me. When I see my children, I'm reminded of the miracle of one decision. I'm reminded of the love of God, that I'm actually here, so it never gets old for me at all. This is my favorite part of life, right here. My wife and my 4 kiddos, 3 of whom were unplanned, 2 of whom were adopted, all of whom were homeschooled. We are homeschooling parents. When I say we, I actually mean she, because Bethany is one that does it all. She's amazing. All made possible because of one decision. I think of the fact that my life has purpose. My children's lives have purpose. When I think of the antithesis to that, I think of an industry that crushes purpose thousands and thousands of times a day. This is a quote from Cecile Richards, who is the $1 million a year abortion mogul, the leader of Planned Parenthood. I want to say this too, by the way. As much as I despise an industry that kills human life, I do not despise her. How awesome would it be, Jeannie and March for Life team, that a year from now, 2 years from now, Cecile Richards, with a radical heart transformation, ends up being a keynote speaker at the March for Life. Come on. It can happen. It happens all the time. Change happens. But until then, we'll keep on praying for her, okay? But this is one of her quotes out of the New York Times about Planned Parenthood. She says, quote, "We aim to be the largest kick-butt political organization," end quote. Not the best women's healthcare provider, not the best educator of sexual education, particularly for teens, not the most ethical taxpayer-funded organization. No, the largest kick-butt political organization. That is why, have any of you seen the Center for Medical Progress videos, the awesome undercover investigations? If you haven't seen them, please go to centerformedicalprogress.org. Doing the job of mainstream media. It's called journalism. But when those videos came out, many people don't realize what Planned Parenthood did. Remember, they tout themselves as a leading women's healthcare organization, right? So when you went to their website 2 days after these videos went out, this is what was on their website. "Our site is not available due to an attack by extremists." If your website's been attacked by extremists, it doesn't say it's been attacked by extremists. So this is a healthcare organization. Let me just ask you, how many of you know of any other real healthcare organization that fakes having their website hacked? But see, this is what you do when you're a political organization. See, this is what Planned Parenthood does all the time. They don't trust the public enough with the truth. They don't trust women enough with the truth. What they do, and this is the huge difference between Planned Parenthood and pregnancy resource centers. Planned Parenthood will lure women in with their lives. Pregnancy resource centers will love women with their lives. My wife and I, for years, have helped to raise millions of dollars for pregnancy centers because they are the hope. You want to talk about the power of one right there. But Planned Parenthood does not trust anybody enough with the truth. You've heard about the whole 3% lie. Abortion is 3% of our services. Anybody hear that at all?
I heard it.
You've heard it.
I'm familiar with that.
You're familiar, and so is the rest of America, thanks to mainstream media, because that's all they keep repeating, 3%. Which is a lie, of course. 80% of all their health services revenue comes from abortion. 80%. 3% is a lie. But then what they always do to deflect, oh yeah, okay, so we kill human beings 3% of the time, as if that's okay. They say, well, look at all the other things that we do. Look at all the other services. Okay, let's look at all the other services that you provide. Because mainstream media won't do the fact checking. So actually, these fact sheets are available at our table there. They're for free, so grab some, educate yourself, and share with others. These are Planned Parenthood services. If you look at their medical services, breast cancer screenings, they're always talking about that. In the last 5 years, they are down 51.3%. Every year they have plummeted. In fact, since Cecile Richards took over as president of Planned Parenthood, they have been plummeting. They've also lost nearly 700,000 clients since Cecile Richards took over. But mainstream media won't tell you that. These are all numbers from their annual reports, by the way. PAP tests, they're down 64.7%. Prenatal care is down 44%. Prenatal care barely even exists at Planned Parenthood. And I don't know if anyone's seen Live Action's new video on prenatal care. Awesome. They called all these centers, I think it was 92 out of 97 Planned Parenthood abortion or abortion referral centers, they asked if they provide prenatal care. 92 out of 97 said no. Not surprising. This is who and what they are. In fact, they get away with it because mainstream media never challenges them. Cecile Richards, have you ever seen her on Fox News?
No.
There's a reason for that. She's on MSNBC, you know, the network that about 2 people in the nation watch. Because she never gets challenged. They never put her up against anybody. But this is her talking about how needed Planned Parenthood is, okay? And this is what they get away with. They just throw out these numbers, and there's never any challenge from a journalist. And I put that in quotes, too, because journalism has a whole different meaning these days.
Peek out! Abortion, distortion.
1 in 5 women in this country depend on Planned Parenthood for health care. More than 2.5 million people every single year.
Abortion, distortion.
Sorry for any Common Core advocates out there. I'm not trying to be political at all, but I'm just trying to figure out how they do their math. But see, this is what happens. happens, mainstream media does not ever scrutinize a billion-dollar industry. Does anybody remember a single mainstream media outlet that has ever done any kind of investigation into Planned Parenthood? No. Or the abortion industry as a whole. The last time was 1978. It was a 15-part series done in the Chicago Sun-Times. Excellent series. I would Google it. Google Meet the Profiteers is the title of the series. Amazing. This is what journalism should do. And they don't. They advocate their responsibility because they've chosen advocacy over accuracy and opinion over objectivity. Now, I'm reminded of a favorite person of mine. See, mainstream media still doesn't tell the truth. 170 years ago, it wasn't telling the truth about slavery. So Frederick Douglass, who was a former slave, an abolitionist, a women's rights advocate, a passionate orator, a writer, journalist, he had to start his own newspaper called the North Star in 1847 in Rochester, New York, because mainstream media refused to tell the truth about slavery. So someone had to. One person had to. So that's what he did. And I love this because not only did Frederick Douglass illuminate the truth, the dehumanization of slavery, he also became friends with a president you might be familiar with, President Abraham Lincoln. Anybody ever hear of him? No. He became a person who was able to reshape the conscience of Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln called him his friend. I love this. That is the power of one. Oh, and by the way, Frederick Douglass was also conceived in rape. We have a fatherlessness epidemic. 41% of children in this country are born into homes without fathers. In the black community, it's 72.3%. Men need to step up. So oftentimes women are left alone, and what we have to do, not just in word, but in our actions, is to cherish her. Yes, we want to encourage more responsible behavior for men and women, period, yes. But when they're in this situation, they don't need judgment or condemnation, they need love and support. And it's not just up to the pregnancy care centers, by the way. It's up to the church. It's up to individuals. We need to be that network of support. Women feel that unplanned pregnancy is the end of their life, and my wife knows this fear and confusion. My wife found herself also a single mom facing an unplanned pregnancy. And it's amazing. She's a teacher by profession. First of all, she's amazing by profession. And the pressure, the insane pressure from fellow teachers, just abort it. It's amazing because when you can objectify or make something abstract, it's easier to reject it. It's easier just to throw it away. But it has a name.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now I know my ABC. Next time I'll do me.
Good job. Give me 5.
I said, it doesn't ever get old. Ever. This is her name, Haley Radiance. The inspiration for the name of our organization, the Radiance Foundation. Now, I'm her dad. I became her dad when she was 1, and officially was able to adopt her and our youngest son, Justice, on the same day in a courthouse in Atlanta, Georgia. But God has a way of orchestrating things. I love, her name comes actually from Psalm 34:5. They looked upon them and their faces were radiant. They were never covered with shame. I'm a little biased because I'm her dad, but she is so incredibly beautiful inside and out. And this is just a moment right after the adoption ceremony. We gave her a little jewelry just to commemorate the occasion. Haley Radiance Marie Bomberger. All of this happening because of the power of one decision. Decision of my wife going going back to me existing because of the decision of my birth mom, the decision of my mom and my dad to bring in children that the world falsely labeled unwanted, which brings us to today. And I love this. The other day, I'm recording something in my office/studio, and my youngest daughter, Aaliyah, comes in, and she's, I want to sing, come on. She puts on the headphones, she's like, I'm going to sing. So I played a little track for her, and I love this because just the mere fact that she exists is because of my birth mom's courageous decision. So that's why it's never ending for me. So she says, I just want to sing something. So I played a little track. I said, okay, whatever comes to mind, honey, just sing it. Just sing it. And I love this because the theme of March for Life really is a theme that it's not only that we talk about it here, it's far more than that. We take it from here and we take it into our homes, we take it into our schools, we take it into our workplaces, we take it onto our college campuses, we take it into our churches, we take it everywhere we go. And we reveal that we might be uncomfortable engaging in a conversation. We might not have that time, but we're still going to volunteer for the Pregnancy Care Center. We may be a college student and have no money, but you can still mentor and show that there's a beautiful possibility in kids who are often written off by society. The power of one goes on from here, and it's something that we live out every single day. But I love this because my little girl is possible because of one woman. And the fact that she was standing there singing this song, to me, illuminates the power of one.